name is Marilyn. At the moment, I'm a full-time carer for my husband, grandmother of 5 and mother of 2. I am a volunteer. I do community work, which I started about 20 years ago. I was co-founder of Crawley Black History Foundation, but I was also involved in many community committees like the Crawley International Mela, Crawley Interfaith Network, Women's World Day of Prayer, a long list, long list. Well, I came initially to do my RGN adaptation course at Crawley Hospital in 1990. And then I stayed in Crawley and decided to develop myself, career development, and went to University of Brighton in 1997 to do a degree in podiatry. And so I've been in the medical field for many, many years. But then, following a car accident, I ended up working for the Horse Theatre in community work. From when I remember, I think my mum showed me something I wrote when I was 7 years old, saying, I want to be a nurse. And that was that. Contrary to what my teachers wanted me to be a doctor, but I wanted to be a nurse. Always wanted to be a nurse, and I was a midwife actually in Africa as well. England would not recognize my midwifery qualification, even though I was a research midwife for the University of Zimbabwe. So I was top of the tree in midwifery in Zimbabwe, but England would not recognize. They had no adaptation courses for it. They wanted me to start from scratch. And I'd already delivered over 200 babies. I think the difference I've made in the community is that I have not only engaged with the African and Caribbean community to start with the conception of organizations like Afro-Caribbean Association, Crawley Black History Foundation. I've also diversified and joined Crawley International Mela, and recently in 2017, when Crawley was celebrating its 70th anniversary, I felt there wasn't enough diversity, so I formed Crawley Diverse Crawley. I'm passionate about learning about the other cultures. I think for a long time I was so in the zone with the African and Caribbean and to the exclusion of other cultures. But at the moment we have 9 different cultures on our committee, and learning about all these different cultures. For example, for the first time we are going to be celebrating International Women's Day because we have a Polish and a Lithuanian on our committee. It's not something I would have thought of before. So it's quite interesting learning about other cultures and respecting each other. Women's Day is on the 8th of March, and Diverse Crawley is involved in 2 events. We're starting off collaborating with Rivers for Women here at the Bush Centre, and then we're moving to the County Mall, where we will be giving 50 community ladies a rose and a poem written by one of our committee members, Parveen Kaur. Do you know, when I landed at the train station, coming for my interview for the adaptation course, I fell in love with Crawley. And I said, I would love to stay here. I would love to raise my children, because my children were still in Africa. And I thought, this is a place where I could raise my children. So it was almost love at first sight with Crawley, for me anyway. I would say that you get so much out of volunteering and giving to the community. It's not in financial terms, but there is something that sings within you when you do something for the community. And I would just encourage everybody to do it. I actually have 2 favorite quotations, and they're inspired by songs. I have a song that says, "Don't give up." That is one of my quotations. And the other one is, "Something inside so strong." Those are my two quotations. And I couldn't choose between them. The charity that was very helpful in helping me care for my husband is Carer Support. Um, I've, I joined them about 3 years ago, reluctantly, because I didn't feel that I was a carer being a wife. But when I joined them, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. We meet every month at Crawley Library for a coffee morning and a chat, and they usually have presentations as well. But I can phone them at any time, and they are really, really supportive. The best thing that's happened to me since, since my husband fell ill. I would say I know what's going on in your mind, because culturally we feel that as a wife or a mother you're only doing your duty, but you also need that support because so that you can remain strong and healthy to carry on looking after your loved one. So, and we're lucky that we're here where there is this kind of support. So I would encourage anybody to contact Carer Support and any other charities that are out there. No, it's free. It's a free service. Um, we don't pay anything, and the good thing is when we meet up, all the carers once a month, we are served coffee and and a piece of cake or biscuits or whatever. They actually serve us, and that's quite an unusual thing for us. We're so used to doing for whoever we're looking after. It's amazing. They look after us so well, and we feel a bit pampered, even if it's for a short while. My story is things have changed for me. I came with one plan but ended up in another direction, and it is just amazing. I came just to provide for my children and was very focused just on that. But I opened up and have developed career-wise, have developed my community, and am there for my family, for my grandchildren on a daily basis. And for my husband as well. That is my story. A role model is someone that you look up to, remembering that they are human, so they may have some frailty, so it's not someone on a pedestal, but on the whole, what they have, where they've come from and what they have achieved is something that inspires you. So if you want a few examples, I have someone like Michelle Obama. At the moment I'm reading Malala's autobiography. I mean, a young girl of 19 can even inspire somebody my age. So it doesn't matter what age you are. There are different people that can inspire you. Yes, I have several role models growing up. One of them was definitely my mom, a very, very strong individual, determined, and she actually wrote a book which sometimes I just refer to when I need some more inspiration. But then also in different areas in my life, whether it was education, I was inspired by some of the teachers. My maths teacher and my accountancy teacher come to mind. At church, I was inspired. Um, in all the even at work, there was certain matrons who inspired me, um, and certainly when I wanted to become a research midwife, there was one lady who really inspired me in Zimbabwe. So there've been several role models. I think in general, role models, they live their lives to their best potential, but it's an unselfish life where they're not only focused on what they are going to achieve for themselves. Usually they are also developing other people around them, not just their family. And it could be even complete strangers. So this is what really inspires me about them. I know that Rivers has been going for a while and has been going from strength to strength, uh, helping a lot of women, and usually it's women that have nowhere else to go for help. So it's fantastic work that Rivers is doing. I just would like to reiterate that community work and helping each other is the best thing ever, and always remembering that there are people who are worse off than us, trying to be grateful, trying to appreciate what you have, and trying to just help anybody else who's around you if you can. Something inside so strong, oh yeah, I know that I can make it, 'cause you're doing me wrong, so